Hello, everybody. It's Helen McConnell here from helenmcconnell.com. And this is your Thursday Tapping for Courage cards episode. I've missed a couple weeks, so sorry to keep you waiting, but I'm back on track now and looking forward to getting back into the routine of every Thursday posting a video. So the way this works, if you haven't been here before, is I'm going to read the Courage card of the day, which has been pre-decided by Ivana, the woman who created this deck. And then I'm going to interpret what it says because I haven't read it yet, or, not recently. And then I'm going to do some tapping on whatever I'm sort of called to tap on. So you'll tap along and hopefully you'll get a shift and you'll get a new understanding or a new aspect of an old understanding. Come along for the ride. This doesn't take very long and it's utterly painless. Today's Courage card says Radiate Harmony. Now I'm going to read to you. And if you decide you want your own Courage card deck, the information is in the notes below. And your deck comes in a pretty gold lame tie top little bag. And here's the deck. It's about this big, so you can see the size of the cards. Really nice handhold. And here's this week's card, Radiate Harmony. All right, now I'm going to read the back of the card. There's on the back of each one of these cards is an insight, something for you to ponder and consider working into your own life. Radiate Harmony. Stop striving for perfect balance and instead focus on integrating your mind, body, and spirit. When these are in harmony, you will feel inner peace, which will in turn naturally radiate outward. So when you feel inner peace, it will naturally radiate outward. You are invited to become a source of calm and create an environment where diverse people, experiences, and perspectives can coexist and collaborate without conflict. Take a nice deep breath. That thought alone, creating calm amidst diverse people, experiences, and perspectives can coexist and collaborate without conflict. That idea is, I think, what most of us kind of would like to see. I'm going to encourage you as we tap through this to notice, and this is based on my experience, notice how much social media or regular news you've been ingesting over the last few days, and how does that make you feel? Too much will make you feel bad unless you find a source of just good news and you're just constantly ingesting good news. Now we're going to do some tapping on this. All right. Let me go over a couple things on here. Stop striving. Stop striving. Just get in the flow. That it doesn't mean you don't work hard, but it does mean you don't effort or try to control the outcome. Stop striving. Go toward. I don't know if that makes any sense, but stop striving for perfect balance because that's in a world of humans, perfect balance is not possible. I call this idea of balance, I'll put my arms up like this, but this is balance, dynamic equilibrium. It's moving into balance and out of balance, into balance, out of balance. That's the way our emotions are, life is, energy is. So you want to do your best to create dynamic equilibrium. When we're creating dynamic equilibrium or finding that balance, we're integrating our mind, our body, and our spirit. And if you want to feel true inner peace, when you can get those three things into harmony, mind, body, spirit, into harmony, and think of harmony, think of it from a musical standpoint. If you have three notes coming together, if they are in the correct keys and they're the correct notes, the harmony just feels right. It flows through your body. And when you experience inner peace like this, it does happen on the inside and it radiates outward. So that's another thing to remember, that whatever you got going on the inside radiates outward. And think of that when other people are showing you something that is out of harmony, it's because they're out of harmony on the inside. It's not personal about you. And once you get to that inner peace place, you are a source of calm. And from that source of calm, you can create this environment that they speak of on this card, an environment where diverse people, experiences, and perspectives can coexist and collaborate without conflict. So I'm getting sort of this, what I call the download from spirit about what my role is here today. And I'm going to invite you to consider this idea. This just popped in. I want you to practice staying calm in the midst of whatever chaos is out there. It is possible to remain calm. It takes practice and it usually takes some tapping. I'll show you that. Once you get that calm, I want you to practice staying aware of the calm center that you have created and take that calm center and consciously take it out into the world and see what happens around you. If you go out with calm energy, calm thoughts, and not fake calm, don't try to suppress things, but you got to get to that calm place between meditation and prayer and tapping. You can get to calm. It may take a while, may not take a while, whatever, but you got to keep practicing. So the first thing I want to show you is with tapping, you're going to tap on the side of your hand. You can tap from the right hand to the left or the left hand to the right. And it has been clinically proven, scientifically proven, that this tapping alone, this reduces cortisol, lowers your stress level, begins to calm and settle your nervous system. Whether you're tapping on a topic like we're going to do or hanging out in your car, and you don't have to use your fingers, you can use the steering wheel to activate this spot or this spot. And you can use any of the tapping points, but this one specifically lowers cortisol. You want to do this as much as possible. I've had this theory ever since I started tapping many, many years ago, that if you did nothing else but spent 5 or 10 minutes a day just tapping through the points, that every day you would feel a little better and a little better and a little better. Maybe not even measurably better, but over the course of a few days and a few weeks, you would be feeling better. So to start doing this, the more you tap, the better you feel. Now we're going to step into the idea of creating inner peace to take out there. So repeat after me, even though, and you say, even though, I'd like to create inner peace, true inner peace. But right now that seems almost impossible. And just say, I love and accept myself completely. And usually when we tap, our first tapping round, we stay here for 3 times. We say something along those same lines. So you say, even though I know I can create inner peace, I'm not there yet, and I'm going to keep tapping. And I love and accept myself completely. And you're going to see me switch hands. You can switch hands or stay on the same one. And we'll do one more statement using the side of the hand tapping point. Even though I know that my inner peace can radiate out into the world, and I'd like to get there. And I love and accept myself completely. And now we're going to go to the top of the head. Inner peace. My inner peace. Side of the eye. I'm tapping for my inner peace. Under the eye. When I find peace within, under the nose, it radiates out on the chin. So I'm tapping for my inner peace. Collarbone, so that I can become a source of calm. Under the arm. I can be the beginning of a ripple effect. top of the head, creating and sustaining my inner peace. On the eyebrow, keeping my thoughts about my inner peace. Side of the eye, not allowing what's going on out there under the eye to distract from my inner peace. Under the nose, my inner peace. On the chin, tapping for my inner peace. Collarbone, my inner peace. Under the arm, my inner peace. All right, we're going to stop right there. Just take a nice deep breath in and out. And you may not have accomplished inner peace during that short tapping couple of times around, but I encourage you to keep tapping and just keep it simple. This is my thought about tapping. If you are feeling resistant to having inner peace, to maintaining inner peace, whatever, if you say the words, I'm tapping for my inner peace, that resistance, that doubt, that skepticism will pop up in your unconscious or conscious mind. And as it pops up, your nervous system will reflect that. And you just keep tapping. And hopefully, eventually, that little activity will start to settle down. And then the more you do that, the less cynicism, the less resistance there will be. My inner peace. And like I tell people all the time, if you just tap around the points a couple or 3 times every day, in addition to tapping on specific things, but if you use the points with no words at all, your mind is going to bring up whatever you're thinking about. It will activate your nervous system, and the tapping will begin to resolve and settle your nervous system. And that's what this is all about. The more you do this, the more your nervous system gets the message that, oh yeah, I used to get upset about that, but now I know I don't have to. It's like we're retraining our nervous system. It's totally possible, totally doable. And if you're feeling like, well, I can't do that every day for 5 or 10 minutes, if you're like me, I don't ever feel like I'm a very disciplined person. But guess what? Even though I feel like I'm not a very disciplined person, I love and accept myself. Even though I feel like I can't even tap for 5 minutes every day, I'm not disciplined enough. I still love and accept myself. And even though I want to tap every day, but something keeps getting in the way, say, I'm willing to keep trying. And I love and accept myself completely. Okay, you just do stuff like that. And then you tap around and say, tapping every day, 5 to 10 minutes a day, tapping every day under the eye. I know I've got it in me. Under the nose, tapping every day on the chin. I feel so undisciplined. Tapping every day. Tapping every day. You can do something like that. And you can watch all the videos in this series. And you can get yourself a deck of courage cards and read the courage card and interpret it for yourself. So our goal after today is to begin to radiate harmony. Harmony. Different notes that flow well together. Different experiences that flow well together. It starts with you. All right, everybody. Thanks for watching. See you next time.